How is it going, everyone? The PlayStation Store is running its summer sale right now, and I know this is the video that a lot of you guys wait for. It is the highlighting of a lot of lower key games that you're not even aware of exist. Now, some of these games I've mentioned in the past, but a lot of these are games that don't get a lot of attention on this channel, and best of all of these games are under $3. So keep that in mind. Did some digging, and the majority of these games I have not played. You guys, I'm one man. I cannot be playing every single game that comes out, and, you know, there's games that I am replaying. There's the new games that come out that I have to play. It's very, very difficult to play everything that comes out, but I will be honest in saying that every time I do one of these videos, I usually find a game or two where I'm like, hey, that game looks pretty cool, never even heard about it, and I end up adding it to my wish list, and I'm like, man, I should check that out at some point. And we'll go through all of these games, and why not start off with one of the games that I literally never heard of, and I found it, and I'm like, hey, this looks really cool, and that's Aspyr Ina's Tale, which is 80% off for $2.59, released back in December of 2021 on PC, but then came to PlayStation 4 in October of 2022, set out on a mystical adventure of self-discovery against the backdrop of fantastical landscapes of the tower. Meet its dwellers and unravel their stories, manipulate spirits to solve puzzles, and lead Ina on her path to freedom. Awesome art style to the game, a puzzle platformer here that has a really cool ambiance to it as well by the looks of it. Throughout playing the game, she'll traverse marvelous scenery, meet enigmatic characters, solve intuitive puzzles, and conquer platforming sequences as she comes closer to her goal, but farther from innocence. For this isn't a story about how Ina was saved. This is a story about how she discovered she could be so much more. You'll explore a living tower, have an engaging story to discover, and meet the tower dwellers, control spirits, and more. A puzzle platformer here. Aspyr Ina's Tale is on sale for $2.59. Next up, we have the narrative-driven title Virginia, 70% off for $2.99. A single-player first-person thriller set in a small town with a secret. Experience missing person investigation through the eyes of graduate FBI agent Ann Tarver. Now, don't expect something super lengthy out of Virginia. This is a fairly quick game and very much is a narrative-driven title, but if you want something quick, want something you get some trophies out of, and get a pretty compelling story, you'll probably find that in Virginia. Single-player first-person thriller, experience a missing person investigation, and a cinematic editing that immerses players in a story told in the style of film and TV, a dreamlike journey, a stirring soundtrack as well. Virginia is 70% off for $2.99. Check it out if you're looking for something quick, to the point, and story-driven on that. Next up, we have Silence, 90% off for $1.49. Silence notes, can you save Silence, the grim but also serene world between life and death? Can you help Noah find his little sister Rennie in this suffering world? Can you bring her home, explore Silence, and join the siblings on their adventurous journey? The game notes elaborately designed 3D characters and opulent 2D backgrounds, 3 playable characters. There will be exciting new characters, but also a reunion with old friends. Great art style to Silence as well, and the game is on sale right now, 90% off for just $1.49. Next up, we have Nexomon, 75% off for $2.49. Now, Nexomon is a game that I'm sure some of you guys are familiar with, very much akin to Pokemon. I'm sure at the very least you've heard of it, and Nexomon actually did well enough that it spawned a sequel in Nexomon Extinction, and there's a third Nexomon game in development that looks to be quite a bit of a step up. Catch, evolve, and collect over 300 unique Nexomon in the original game. Assemble the ultimate Nexomon team to save your friends and save the world. Clash against legendary champions and become a hero in this epic journey. Over 300 Nexomon. Embark on an epic adventure to save the world from the Nexomon King. Battle powerful and challenging foes in the Nexo world. Select from 7 unique starters. Explore all 10 colorful and vibrant regions throughout as well. Nexomon on sale for just $2.49. Next up, found this very much a throwback title here. We have Horizon Shift 81, an explosive wave-based shooter with a real retro feel to it. You can even play the game in Tate screen mode if you have an itch for some old school arcade blast 'em up. Horizon Shift 81 is an explosive wave-based single-player screen shooter with a real retro feel to it. The player controls a ship in the center of the screen. Enemies approach from the top and bottom, and the player is able to switch up and down to deal with the encroaching horde. This is very much a throwback to the early 80s of shoot-em-ups, but Horizon Shift 81 on sale for just $2.69. You can get it for $2.24. if you're a Plus subscriber. Next up, we have Indivisible, the action RPG platformer featuring stunning hand-drawn art and animation combined with unique real-time combat mechanics. Immerse yourself in a fantastical world with dozens of playable characters, a rich storytelling experience, gameplay that's easy to learn but difficult to master, and the trademark razor-sharp quality that Lab Zero Games is known for. The story revolves around Anya, a fearless girl with a rebellious streak. Raised by her father on the outskirts of their rural town, her life is thrown into chaos when her home is attacked and a mysterious power awakens within her. Throughout the quest, she'll encounter many incarnations, people whom she can absorb and manifest to fight alongside her as well. Indivisible on sale for just $2.99. Next up, we have Door Kickers Action Squad 224, 85% off, $1.49 if you are a Plus subscriber. A crazy old school side-scroller action title that puts you in the role of a SWAT trooper and sends you to deal with the bad guys in Nowhere City, USA. Choose your gear, then kick the doors down and face the action. Adapt and react by the seat of your pants, and if needed, restart without a care and rethink. Master weapons, recoil, and time your reloads. Use distance and cover to your advantage and use the in-game strategic abilities to decide for yourself when health packs or gear refills are needed, or if the teammate of yours is worth saving, or save up the points earned and unleash your ultimate to waltz through the tricky final room. High detail retro graphics, 6 playable characters, 84 non-linear levels. You've got an endless tower mode, zombie invasion mode, and more. $1.49 if you're a Plus subscriber, $2.24 if you're not. Next up, a game that whenever it's at this price point I go to bat for. Far Alone sales 90% off for $1.49. A post-apocalyptic game that is very much relying on the atmosphere and the environment, and it's really compelling in that regard. Fairly short game, 4 or so hours, but a really well done game where it's not you fighting waves of zombies or anything like that in a post-apocalyptic title. It's a vehicle adventure game, and you travel across a dried out ocean following the tracks of a once thriving civilization through an array of roadblocks and through hazardous weather. You need to keep your vessel going. Where will this journey take you, and are you the last of your kind? Master your vessel, discover a unique world, and experience the atmospheric journey in a zombie-free post-apocalyptic world. $1.49 for Far Alone sales. Next up, we have Saints Row 4 Reelected. Saints Row is always a good time as far as zany open world fun. It's not something you gotta take too seriously, but it's definitely a good time all the same. After saving the world from a terrorist attack, the leader of the 3rd Street Saints is elected to become president of the United States. Things go reasonably well until an alien warlord attacks the White House and abducts his entire cabinet. Yeah, like Saints Row for a while had a lot of comparisons with Grand Theft Auto, and then they went and made it insane. We just got absolutely nuts with Saints Row after Saints Row the 3rd, but it really did set itself apart. Like, Saints Row now is absolutely cooked after Saints Row, what was it, 2022 did it come out? Yeah, I think it was 22 or 21, but, you know, Saints Row 4 was a nonsensical fun time, and I think for $2.99, it's a decent pickup. Next up, we have Lacuna, 90% off for $1.99. A narrative-driven title. You are Neil Conrad, a CEI agent awoken by the news of a murder. You rush into a case that'll soon turn your life and the whole solar system upside down. No take-backs. The story branches and ends based on your actions. There's no going back. Sure, you can rush your way to the end, even if you don't mind paying the price. Play your cards right, and you might make it out alive. Non-repeating conversations and choices, immersive story-driven mysteries, optional outlines on anything interactable. Story can always be driven forward, and real choices and multiple endings as well. Lacuna, available for $1.99. Next up, we got Quantic Dreams' Indigo Prophecy, 80% off for $2.99, an additional 5% off for $2.24. Now, the unfortunate reality with the Quantic Dream games, and this goes for a lot of their games, is Indigo Prophecy was an incredibly compelling game when it came out. However, it is a game that will show its age. The janky camera and some of the aspects of the game from a mechanic standpoint aren't the best, but narratively, it's still an incredibly well-done game, and I think thematically a lot of people will enjoy it. For $2.99, I think it's a decent pickup, and I would give it a shot, so definitely would give that a look, especially if you have Plus. $2.24 is an outstanding deal, so a title to check out there. Next up, we have God's Trigger, 80% off for $2.99. Slay enemies with speed and precision in an over-the-top show of blood and explosions. You can play solo or with others, make split-second decisions, dodge bullets, and use weapons and abilities to inflict violence in the most graphic way possible. When an angel and a demon team up together to kill their way into heaven and stop the apocalypse, bullets will fly and blood will be shed. Play solo or with a friend and burst through a room in a matter of seconds, killing enemies with a bucket load of weapons, special abilities, and melee options in a show of blood and explosions. God's Trigger available for just $2.99. Next up, we have One Finger Death Punch 2, 75% off for $2.24. Spectacle blends with addictive simplicity in One Finger Death Punch 2, a 2-button brawler that bleeds style with every kung fu inspired flurry. Surrounded and outnumbered, you'll need to use any weapon you can get your hands on to take down waves of relentless opponents as well. Control the action using just 2 buttons, master the basics in intuitive tutorial stages, and unlock 26 unique skills for ultimate combat spectacles as well. One Finger Death Punch 2, $2.24 on that. And lastly, we got Please Fix the Road, $2.99 for the base price, $1.99 if you are a Plus subscriber. The roads are broken again, and so are the paths, sidewalks, lakes, oh dear, and now it's your job to fix them all. Each level gives you a limited set of tools that'll help you get all the cars, boats, trains, or animals from point A to point B. The mentioned animals include, of course, kittens, dogs, and pink llamas. Your tools of mass destruction will let you destroy, rotate, copy, swap, raise, lower, push, or move different segments of the roads and lakes and paths and more. Interesting game from a concept standpoint. Please Fix This Road available for $2.99, $1.99 for Plus subscribers. And that's gonna do it for me. Again, as always, links to all of these deals will be in the description box below. Check them out for yourself. And again, we tried to cover some of those games that barely ever get mentioned on this channel. So hope you guys do appreciate it, and check them out for yourself if you're interested, if you got a couple of bucks and a free day during your weekend. You might want to get some trophies out of these titles. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.